Poor Nina. Or not, depending on which side of the Nina/Carly conflict you fall on. But at this point, General Hospital has painted her into a dark corner. Actually, we supposed Nina painted herself there. But the end result's still the same. One false step, and she could lose what little she has left, for good. Sure, Nina's daughter is on the road to recovery, but she still hates her mom. Heck, Willow effectively reduced Harmony's crimes and horrendous parenting to mere faults, while claiming Nina was the true train wreck. Right now, about the only person Nina really has is Sunny and Ava. But she's got her own problems. But her tipping off the SEC and then leaning into getting Carly tossed into prison is very, very likely to backfire and end up costing her the one man sticking by her side. And with Ned just one Eddie Main away from blowing her secret out of the water, her relationship with Carly, Willow, and Michael is about to go from bad to horribly worse. There aren't many ways out of this and towards redemption, seeing as how the SEC machine once turned on, can't be turned off. And that got some General Hospital fans thinking of the worst over on the soaps.com message boards. It all started with Bella Scorpio proposing a horrific twist, writing everything points to Nina losing everything and completely feeling alone after all the bad actions she has taken. Right now, it doesn't look like there is any way for Nina to drag herself out of the huge hole she has dug for herself. I wonder if Nina attempts to take her own life, if that would be one way to get some redemption for the character. It would, they continued, be just about the only way to get Port Charles residents back on her side. They'd realize she had a complete breakdown and needs help, perhaps forgiving her actions due to her mental struggles. It could be an emotional, yet effective way to get her out of the corner she's backed herself into. But understandably, with such a heavy, emotional topic, not everyone was behind it. Well, this is dark. Pier52 responded. I don't think so. NP shared that it hit too close to home, writing, I really don't want to see a storyline about suicide. But that's just me. I admit, I'm not a Nina fan, not in the least, but I don't want the storyline to go down that route. I've known one too many people to leave this world that way, and I don't want it portrayed on GH. Canadian Finn 18, on the other hand, would appreciate a suicide storyline on the show, but not with Nina. As they wrote, Morgan would have been the better choice as he'd struggled with his mental health back before his death, having lost an adult child to suicide. I know personally the toll it takes on those left behind. I also know the struggles of trying to get help for a loved one that you know is suffering and watching him day by day grow more and more depressed, but putting on a smile to try and put everyone else at ease. A suicide storyline done right can be huge in terms of awareness, and I for one would really like to see it. That's something that Shelbelin echoed, pointing out that The Young and the Restless recently wrote a story on mental health and suicide with Chelsea. It was done with care and sensitivity and gave folks an opening to talk about difficult topics. I think that suicide storylines can be good to bring awareness to the problem in our county, she wrote. If the story is done right, it can show how adults struggle with this issue. With all that said, for now, Nina's secret seems safe. Ned woke up as Eddie Main. You can find out who that is here. So chances are he won't remember something as inconsequential as Nina's SEC drama. The good news is, his altar may have saved Nina from going down another dark path for now. Wow, Minted replied. And I was worried Nina would think her only last resort was to pull the plug on Ned's life support. Murder, at least, is out for the moment. And if the show does end up going down that other dark path, let's hope that instead of just a plot point, it's handled with compassion, understanding, and tenderness. Like with Young and Restless story dealing with Chelsea's mental health struggles, it could end up being a jumping-off point for a discussion of something that so often seems too painful to handle.